Hey there, and welcome once again to a new episode in our ASMR Minecraft series of the Rest for Quest, you could say. I'm sorry, the Quest for Rest. What am I saying? And after the decoration episode, where we improved and enhanced the interior of this wonderful woodland log cabin, I know we've been discussing building a basement with some storage space and whatnot, but I was thinking we should step up our food production game first. As you see, we have some wild potatoes over here, some pumpkins in the distance, 2 different spots, perhaps even 3. And of course, what hasn't been much of a journey really, at least not by distance, but we did pick up, or we have picked up, a great many things that we could plant. To my best knowledge, it must be spring. I think that's the season on which new worlds start in general, but I think we're going to find that out pretty quickly. We're going to go vegetarian in this playthrough, with the exception of perhaps eggs. Although I'm not quite sure, maybe that's within the vegetarian dimensions, but you know, if we find some abandoned eggs, we won't shy away from cooking and eating them. And that's nice because, hello, we have so many wonderful birds, chicken, geese and so on, wandering around this lovely lakeshore area. Now, what we need is a hoe to till the soil, first of all. Let's see. I don't believe we've made one yet. Yes, we never needed it, really. Item frames can go there, and yes, the iron axes can be combined so that we get a bit of a bonus to durability over there. Alright. Now, what we're also going to need is some wooden posts and planks and fences to designate the area that we'd like to... I wonder, should we make it from spruce? Should we make it from dark oak? Let's do spruce. So to designate the area where we're going to have the garden, or mini farm, I suppose. Yes. Yeah, I think that's quite enough. Let's make some planks and turn them into fences. 24, that's no way on earth it's going to be enough. So let's make some more. Please forgive me my horrible inventory management skills. 51, better, but we might cut down a couple more trees just to have enough to build from. We also have this painting that we haven't had the luck of placing yet because it doesn't display quite well with these rounded looking logs, but we'll figure that out later. Let's see, let's collect all these potatoes. We can't go wrong there. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? We're going to leave a couple of them as they're flowering, and we allowed these butterflies to sample and taste the nectar of those flowers, so just a couple we're going to leave for them. We want to be a responsible and sustainable farmer over here. So this area is actually nice, but this is mostly gravel, which is not going to be the best soil for our crops. So we could go back over here. There's a lot of gravel there. Okay, so in that case I think we can just simply replace that gravel. At least we're also going to get some flint while mining that. Let's see, we have quite some dirt over here, so yeah, I think we can do this. Let's indeed. I hope it doesn't collapse suddenly and lead us into a bottomless mine or something. Although that would be also very exciting. A different kind of an adventure, to be sure, but an adventure nonetheless. And we don't shy away from adventure. We welcome it. Life throws a lot of it at us anyway, right? Maybe at first sight or at first glance it doesn't feel like an adventure. It feels like a challenge that we didn't need. It feels a bit too much. It feels like exhaustion, overwhelming. But who knows? I'm not saying everything is about our perception, but it does matter a lot. And maybe some of those challenges and things we absolutely must do could possibly turn into adventures if we try hard enough. Okay, let's see, we're definitely going to have a space for crops and then possibly another space for flowers, of which we don't yet have many. So yeah, you know what, I'm going to cut this tree down, I think. Yes, so that our crops get a bit more sunlight, we get a bit of a better view from the balcony, and of course so that we have more materials to work with. Thank you very much, tree. I'll make sure it's all put to good use. And in fact I will replant some of your spruce cones right away. One here, maybe one over here, and another one further out here. This is already quite occupied. Let's build at the very tip of the land here then. Not build, but plant. And then some of this we can save, because we're going to build a composter as well, so that we can recycle some of the unwanted organic materials. Now, while we're waiting for that, I would like to eat something, because we're getting hungry. So we're going to just use those eggs. Yes, these might be in the way too, but I'm not quite sure yet. So let's start building this little farm and we'll find out. This sugarcane is also going to come in handy. Yes, we're going to plant that someplace else later. So let's see. I think we can do something diagonal here, as the line of the land is also not respecting the usual Minecraft dimensions. So let's see. Let's follow that line as much as we can. Perhaps we're going to use a bit more materials, but we can always make more fences. That's not such an expensive resource. Hey there. Okay, let's not intrude on that tree. We're going to have a lot of space anyway. So let's build. Maybe there's a space for a gate here, and then continue over here, and perhaps like this. I wonder, should we do it parallel to each other perfectly, or can we deviate to some extent? Yeah, I believe that's fine like this. Alright, well, I think it's just about enough. Oh, friends, this is perfect. We needed exactly this many fences. That's amazing. Such a satisfying feeling, isn't it? Now, we do need a fence gate as well. Because of course this is going to be a bit of a private space. We don't want just any beasts of the wild wandering in here. The next thing we need, hey, there's an egg as well. Thank you very much, goose friend. It's a goose egg indeed. Next thing we need is actually, yes, actually we're going to need more fences. Because we'd like to add some lanterns. And they need a bit of a post to be hung upon. And of course we'll need the lanterns themselves, which I don't know if we have. Doesn't look that way. So let's store this. Let's store this spider eye that we have. Let's store some of these unnecessary materials, or at least right now irrelevant. And yes, we have the torches. And I need some iron nuggets. We need at least 4 lanterns here. And one more. Perfect. We can hold on to this torch so that we have some light to work with in the dark of the night. Hello, my friend. Can I feed you some? I have some seeds on me, my friend. Oh, excellent. Nice. Do you have a friend somewhere? Because perhaps I have some seeds for your friend too, and then... Oh, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have wheat seeds. But I'll promise, if I do find any, in exchange for your eggs, I will feed your friend as well. And then you can get up to maybe make a family, if that's how you feel. I'm sorry, I feel like I've said something wrong. Look, I'll just shut up, okay? We can both move on with our days. Good night. So, yes, before we do that, we need some water running, I suppose, in the middle. I know it's not going to be a very effective, or the most effective form here. We're definitely not respecting the meta builds, the usual samples and schemes of how you build a Minecraft farm, but that's not quite what we're going for here. What we're going for is some aesthetic instead. I was wondering if we had a bucket, but it doesn't look that way, so let's make one. Thank goodness for all this iron that we've managed to bring out of that mine. And thankfully we have this hole in the ice. That's probably going to be refilled as soon as some of it breaks. And let's put one there, and I believe if we put another 2 blocks from it, we're gonna have an infinite source. This one. Yes, so we can fill up the rest of this mini canal. Oh, I think, yeah, maybe not from there. Oh goodness, because it's freezing. That's going to be another challenge, but I'm sure we can manage it some way. Alright, yeah, let's stop filling this up because it is freezing. Let's see, if we put some lanterns, will it stop freezing, you think? I certainly hope so. Can I put them here? Yeah, that looks like the appropriate spot. Perhaps a bit too low. Let's go 1 block higher. Better. And I hope if I break this ice, it doesn't stay broken, it stays water. And I think that's all. Yeah. We have a nice little canal in the middle. Oh, it's going to look wonderful when all of this is filled up with lush and flowering and fruity crops. still in here we're going to make as much use of the space as possible. Let's see, this one can still be irrigated. This one, I believe it works diagonally, so yeah. Let's hope so. This one, if it works diagonally, if this block can irrigate 4 blocks diagonally here, then we're good. If it can't, then we're not good. But that's fine. Most of this can be utilized, most of this soil. Very nice. Let me add some more. We can do that from the outside actually. Some more lighting. Maybe we can add one over there. And maybe looking this way. And now we'll need even more fences. Let's handle that situation. Excellent. Let's put one. The back over here definitely needs some lighting. Can we climb this? I know leaves can be climbed in some way, but I think perhaps just the outside, right? Does look like my fall is slowed down, but I can't climb to the top. So we're just gonna stand on. Oh, we could stand on a bucket if that was a thing in Minecraft, but it's not. So we're gonna add one over here. Yeah, and maybe one more over here. Oh, we fell. That's fine. And I think... oh, it's still freezing. I was so hopeful. Perhaps... perhaps we should leave it this way and then see if it freezes closer to the lanterns. Although, yeah, this should definitely be enough light for it not to freeze, and it still does. I wonder if there's something we can do about this. There are magma blocks that are sometimes found underwater, but... and I do believe we did find... yes, we did find a ruined portal the other day. So maybe we could grab some of those magma blocks and place them in the water, which means we wouldn't have to keep breaking the ice for our crops to grow. Because yes, this is going to be annoying. And on the long run, unsustainable. I can't just keep breaking the ice all the time. That sounds like dating or making friends now. I can't just keep breaking the ice all the time. Why can't other people do it? Then, of course, it's not a great idea to plant anything here, which is not great. How do you, friends, go without water? I would like to know your secret. We're not going to go for those magma blocks now. What we're going to do instead is eat, first of all, and as promised, we're going to get started working on the basement. But first, good night. We all need some rest. That's in the channel description as well. So let's catch up to ourselves with some rest. Good morning once again. Tempus fugit, time is flying. Or time flies, rather. So this space here is a little bit empty. We could possibly move some things over here. But the basement I would like to have underneath the house, obviously. Now, for it to be underneath, we need a staircase. This space is very much occupied and it looks very nice too, so I wouldn't like to change it. So I wonder, where should we have a staircase? I believe we might have to expand the house, the entire house itself, to be able to afford that. So I'm not going to promise we finish with this today, but we're gonna get started nonetheless. Let's replace or relocate this fern somewhere so that it's not in the way of our construction project. And we're going to remove this wall, I think. Yes. Yes, that should be fine. And then we can have a staircase going down this way. That should be okay. And it's not much reconstruction we have to do. It's all going to be fine. Actually, yeah, we could remove this log, this beam. And we could continue one of these other beams outward, like this. And then we'll have the corner. Well, we could have the corner here, or we could bring it out even further. Yes, why not? Why not? Let's make it big. Let's dream big, as they say. I'm sorry, Fern. We're repositioning you one more time. Right there. Alright, so let's bring it out even further. We're not going to need this wall either, or these blocks, or this block. Oh, that was the furnace. Still, that's fine. Yes, and let's have the new corner over here. We'll need some more wood, but not too much. We won't need that. We'll bring this outward as well. See? We're sinking slowly through leaves. We can use them to cushion our fall if we ever decide to climb a really big tree or something. I'm going to cut this boy down, hoping it doesn't break the house we just built, but thankfully it doesn't work this way. And this is not at the right place. That's my bad for having built it that way. I'm sorry. So let's continue with this one and across. And oops, we need those protruding parts, but we don't have more spruce wood, so let's get some more. As you can see, everything we're replanting is growing quite nicely, quite well. Feeling quite happy in this environment. And we're happy about that. And we'll just keep replanting all of this. We still want a nice and lush and quite shaded environment. We don't want the sun to be too strong over here. Although it could help us with some of this ice, but now that I'm looking, perhaps these ones aren't freezing because of the light. So if we move them closer, let's see, what if we just put them on the ground next to the canal? There. Please. I know you can do it. Right there. What happens then? I wonder if it melts or if it just doesn't freeze. I will find out. Also, I noticed that connected textures aren't working perfectly. We'll have to look into that. Nonetheless, there, protruding this way, protruding that way, perfect. And now we need the stripped variety to build a wall. This is going to be in the way. Yeah, And some cobblestone is necessary for the base of the wall. And then we can remove this lantern and build a wall here and there. And we can maybe have a window over here. But we'll see about that a bit later. Do we have more cobblestone? Yes, thank you. We're just going to finish up this wall as much as possible. And we're going to use these logs and strip them from the bark. Or strip the bark from them, rather. Maybe we can have a bigger window over here or something. Or maybe we can have this staircase going down this way. Yeah, and then we can have a double staircase. Makes some sense. Because then we, if we want to move a lot of stuff down to the basement, we don't have to keep balancing on a narrow staircase, risking to fall, risking to break the stuff we're carrying. Yeah, I'd like to see if it stays this way. Anyway, cabin expansion complete to some extent. But we are going to need even more wood. Let's see, let's find a really big tree. Now this is a huge one, right? Or maybe this one is even bigger. I just hope it doesn't fall into the geese. I'd feel horrible about that. Or the chicken running around so fearlessly. Okay, good. Are you okay there, friend? They're okay. And of course we'll replant everything. Perhaps one window here is necessary, yes, otherwise it will be very, very dark in here. And we can have this bigger 2x2 window as well. Did we have more windows left? Yes. Oh, friends, and it's exactly the amount we need. Perfect, we can keep this open. Excellent, we can keep that open too. Now let's build some flooring. We're also going to need spruce for that, but we're going to need slabs to get this lovely parquet texture. Give me some more, please. Maybe that's not going to be enough, but that's fine. Excellent. We need to cover this. Let's go upstairs and see how it looks from there. Okay, I don't think we could, or we should do a roof like that over there. We could just do sort of a slanted but straight roof. Alright, let me think about this. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere until then. But look, it's not freezing anymore. That's very good to see. For some reason there were some bubbles in there. Alright, reassuring and promising things. I'll be back very soon. Alright, so let's build that roof. As far as I can see, yes, we built the middle part with dark oak and the outer part with spruce planks. So we're going to keep to that color scheme. Yes, I don't suppose we might need some logs, but for now this is enough. Let me put the stone in here, for example. Yes, we need this. We need this. We can use this, and we'll definitely need some slabs. Actually, we'll probably need more slabs than planks. So let's see. It should be slanted this way. Yeah, just some more spruce planks as well, forgive me. Possibly the stairs too, why not? Let's see what we can muster and build out of this. So we're going to start over here. And then 1 up, 2 up. And from here on we have to climb. But we're going to add a little bit of obstructed vision, but that's fine. So we're going to do the same on this side. 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, and that's going to be on the other side, but we have to go upstairs for that. Possibly even, yes, remove this fence so we can move around freely. Moving around freely is incredibly important, don't you think? Not just in Minecraft, not just to build roofs, but in life, for everything. Yes, like that. And 1 more. And now that that's done, we can fill the rest with dark oak. Let's see. Like that. Like that. And maybe we can stay on the same level for this one. Or possibly we could cover. Yeah, that would be the best, I think. To come up one block higher, because that means we'll be able to hang things onto the ceiling from below, because they're not going to be half blocks. So we're just going to stay on the same level here, I think. And we can raise up this part by half. Perhaps this can be a full block. And this can be a double slab like that. And then we can do maybe this. Oops, I meant to use the stairs here. I wonder if we can manage this somehow. Not really. Then let me remove this temporarily. Add these stairs. Put this lock back. And finish up over here, like that. I think that's nice. I think that's good. We can add 1 more slab here. Let's check it out from below. See how this looks. I need the fence first. Oops. There. Let's see if it looks any silly. No, I think that's fine. As much as the Minecraft style of blicky blocky allows us, I think that's fine. I will take it, friends. So now that that's done, we can figure out where we want our staircase down to the basement. So one possibility was over here, which we might have enough space, but then how do we get over into this part? Another possibility, and I think that's what we're going to go with, is to have the staircase there, And maybe we can still have a couple of boxes or something around here. But then we're gonna stick with the 1-block staircase. And it's gonna start from here. 1-block wide staircase, of course. Let me put some of this currently unused wooden stuff back here. What we're going to need a lot of for the basement is bricks. Don't think we've come across any clay yet, so we should take a boat trip soon enough. And we're gonna need some spruce stairs. Actually, we have that, good, so that we can get down to our wonderful and still cozy, very important, it's still going to be a relaxing, cozy space. We can get down here. Let's see, I think that's fine. Perhaps one more. So, like that. There. And there. And then we can have 1 block deeper, so that we have plenty of space to build above. Maybe cabinets on the wall, rows and rows of cabinets or something. But we have space. That's one of the most important aspects of this basement project. That we have a lot of space to put things. Just gonna add some structural integrity, some reinforcement to those stairs, so they're not just hanging around, barely supported by anything. And, well, this isn't the most interesting part of building a basement, but it is a necessary part. We have to dig and dig. At least we're going to have some stone to build with, to work with later. Dirt too, it's just dirt is not so incredibly valuable. Stone can be. I wonder how big this should be. But ideally, I'd like to be able to fit a lot of chests and storage, and also a crafting station, and also 2 furnaces in here. And what we've also done in the Hungarian series is we built the furnaces down here, and then the chimney came up at the same place where one of the upper walls of the house was standing, and we built a kitchen area there. So it's like the kitchen smoke and the furnace smoke can leave with the same chimney, so we don't have to build several different chimneys. Obviously that's all optional, right? That's all just our preference, but our preference is that we want things to look nice. And I think one of the things that can make a house very cozy from the outside is a cute little chimney, sending puffs of smoke into the sky, even on the coldest winter nights, will need a new shovel. That's a lot of dirt that we dug up. I think that's about plenty of space. What do you think? Maybe a bit more? Maybe we could extend it below the entire house. We'll definitely replace these walls as well. But let's see. Let's extend it this way to some extent. Let's have a secondary room over here. Not quite sure yet what we're going to build. But yeah, let's do this. I'm also very happy that we haven't hit the water yet. Because obviously we're right next to a lake. And I was a little bit worried then we would dig ourselves into a water canal, some underground water storage. But it looks like we're fine. We're going to replace these walls as well, of course. I'm just kind of cutting out the base structure from the ground right now. And we found some coal. Very nice. Maybe we can find some iron too as we're expanding this area. We're going to replace the stone floors as well with clay, or bricks rather. And on that note, I think we can go and do just that. Let me add one more layer of space, of nothingness instead of dirt. We don't need to leave a torch because fortunately monsters won't spawn. We turned it off last time. Alright, looks like it's time to sleep again. But first, how about we check on that farm, and if it hasn't frozen. It hasn't, excellent. Let's break everything and add some more lanterns right next to the canal. Because then we can plant some crops. I'm going to add one more, maybe over here. Perfect. Now let's see, I do believe it's spring, so we're going to choose our seeds accordingly. Let's see, barley seeds, very nice. We can already combine these shovels. Blackberry, excellent. How about the potatoes? Potatoes too, very nice. Sweet berries, they're nice too, but they don't need to be planted into soil. Blueberry. How about rutabaga and cabbage seeds? This is for the spring too. This is for the winter, but that's fine. I'd rather have seeds at this point than all these exotic vegetables that we're not necessarily going to use. So let's plant maybe the barley back here. I don't know if this is irrigated, it really should be. Let's plant the blackberries over here. The blueberries on the other side. And the cabbage here in front. Good night. Grow quick, grow high, grow strong, grow nutritious. Good morning once again. Let's see, did this speed up the growth of our crops? Oh, and it did very much. Good, because that tells me that our system is now working. We planted in the correct season, at least the barley and the black and blueberries, which means it must be spring indeed. Very nice. So our task for today is to go fetch our boat and find some clay for the bricks that we're going to be using for the basement. That's sand, right? Sand over here and dirt. but be careful swimming underneath the ice. But we can cut a hole if we spot some clay underneath it. Oh, an egg. I'll pick that up. Can't quite see any just yet. Oh, there's some. I think that could be clay. Let's find out. Could be salt too. Yes, that's salt. Which is also nice. We're going to need it for some foods, but we can't line the basement with salt. That sounds like something you would do against a witch or some other fairy tale monster. Oh, there's some coal over there. Could come in handy. I can actually pick that up, why not? We're not bound. As I said, it's very important to have the freedom to move where we'd like. And we have that freedom. We set out for clay, but who said we can't pick up some coal? That said, I really would like to find some by now. And it's just sand upon sand upon dirt upon sand. I wonder, maybe I'm not looking at the right place. Maybe it's... Oh, this could be it, right? Yes. Oh, we actually have some over here. Very nice. Still not enough, so we're going to dig up some more. Almost underneath the ice. Kind of a risky operation. Because of course we can cut a hole, but eventually I think that will freeze too. Oh, look at that. What a chasm. Okay, this is some easier access. Good. Just in time. Made it. Let's get some more. We'll need a lot, because of course these are just clay balls, these are not brick blocks. So we'll need a lot of these. Oh, a pocket of air. That's welcome. Unrealistic, but very welcome. Actually working with clay, as in ceramics, isn't that such a relaxing experience? There's just something very satisfying about how it molds between your fingers. It's also very creative, obviously, and you can make anything you'd like with it, but it's also very satisfying and relaxing. And then of course you still get the experience of creating something, the feeling of success, and who knows, possibly other similarly relaxing or positive things. That said, I've never done it much. I did try a couple of times when I was little, like events and markets and whatnot, but it is very relaxing. And I also remember I had a mobile game. Oops, not quite sure where that hole was, but we made it out again. Alright, that should be enough for a while. Let's head back and start start firing these bricks. Oops. So I had a mobile game on my iPod Touch, I believe. Those were the golden days, weren't they? And the entire idea was that you had to create pottery. And it wasn't competitive at all. It was nothing serious even. But you just had to create pots and paint them, fire them, or fire them first and then paint, of course. And it was in general a very relaxing experience. I like that. So this furnace is ready, and I'm going to build another one so that we get more bricks per second. And it can stay here for the time being. We're going to move them anyway. Let's go. I wonder what the... Why are we running all the time? I didn't mean to run all the time. Okay, now it's fixed. Maybe my control key was stuck. Alright, I think while we're waiting for these bricks to fire and this cozy wooden log cabin, and while we're waiting for our crops to grow strong and healthy, we can say goodbye for the time being. In the next episode, we're going to complete the entire basement and build a composter, possibly add some more decorations around the garden as well. I promise it will be a lot of fun and very relaxing. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode as well. I wish you a wonderful, healthy, powerful, strong, nutritious day or night, whatever it is where you are. And we'll see each other in the next episode. Goodbye.